need some more, I need some more. I need it again. I need it again. I need it again.
All right, welcome all the guests today. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I need it again.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Chris Bailey. I'll be your co-host for today. You're in for a wonderful treat. We do this presentation every Thursday at whatever time it is in your time zone. This is our international market presentation with My Daily Choice. Again, my name is Chris Bailey. I've been with the company for about 3.5 years. Truly believe this is the best business decision I've ever made. Amazing company, amazing products, amazing leadership, completely the best thing that I've ever seen. All right, but we're going to go ahead and get started. And what I'm going to do is kick it off and turn this over to my co-host. This gentleman is absolutely amazing. I've known him for years and years and years. He'll probably share more of the entire story when he comes on. But I met him years ago in another opportunity similar to this one, but this, again, is a whole lot better. And he and I built a bond and a friendship that has lasted for years. I've been to his house. We hung out together. We worked out together. I mean, this guy is just absolutely amazing. He knows 100% of the information that you're going to hear today. He's a great person. A lot of y'all have met him in person. He just truly cares for everyone, travels the world, and does everything he can to help everyone be super successful. And he's also a lot of fun. So he always puts that big smile on his face, and you know, we all party and have a good time as well. So without further ado, I'm gonna turn it over to my business partner, Mr. Dale Franklin. Mr. Franklin, the call is all yours, buddy.
Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Awesome.
All right. You can hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Hey, you know, one thing, once you meet both Chris and I, and he said we worked out together. Well, you know, when you see both of us, you'll know that I'm the before pitcher and he's the after pitcher. He is buff, man. He is in good shape. So he's what I aspire to. So at any rate, I'm happy to be on here today. I see some people that I've known a long time. I see some new friends. I see some people that maybe are just coming on for the first time. And I want to welcome all of you to this call. And again, we're about to give you the information you need to really change your life if you so choose. So without further ado, let me tell you a little bit more about myself real quickly. I'm 67 years old. I've been married to my wife for almost 44 years. I've got two grown sons, 2 grown daughters. I got an 8-year-old grandson. I got a 3-month-old baby granddaughter. I've owned 8 different businesses in my life and been fortunate enough to have all of them become successful to one degree or another. And because of that, and I still own an automotive center. Because of all of this, I am and I have been for quite some time financially free. So I do this business because I love it. It gives me a chance to meet people around the world. It gives me a chance to travel all around the world. And it also, and I meet friends. I meet people that now are my family that I would have never met without this business. So that's a little bit about me. The product we're about to talk about, Chris and I used to sell this product under a different name. It was called Extreme Fuel Treatment back years ago. Back in 2007, 2008, when the price of gasoline went crazy, we were selling extreme fuel treatment, and we were building huge markets in Africa along with other parts of the world. We were doing $2 million a month in Nigeria. We were doing $1 million a month in Ghana. We were doing $1 million a month in South Africa, and so on and so on. Business was booming. Well, then of course fuel prices dropped, and there was much of a demand for it. So it wasn't. We didn't sell as much of it at that point in time, but we were still selling it because it does do great things. Recently, when the fuel prices went sky high again, our company, My Daily Choice, purchased the exclusive rights to the product going forward. And we changed the name to Fuel Factor X, or FFX for short. And it's what I'm going to be talking about today, about how that works and what it does. It is an incredible product. It was introduced to me originally in the original form by a friend of mine who told me about it, wanted me to sell it in my tire store. I used it. I saw it work. I sold it to my customers. They loved it. And then he came back to me and said, hey, you know what? You can build a team around the world with this if you want to. Well, I gave it a try. Long story short, I had 28,000 people on my team. We were in 62 countries, and that's just how this business blooms. But that's something Chris is going to spend more time on in a few minutes. So I'm going to talk about the product. Again, we call it FFX, and I'm going to share my screen here. It's called FFX, or Fuel Factor X. It's an advanced fuel treatment. Remember the fact I used the word treatment. You know, it does four major things. It reduces emissions, improves fuel economy, enhances performance, and prolongs engine life. The reason I show you this slide here is I want you to see what it says over in the lower right-hand corner. FFX is a comprehensive fuel treatment. Okay, it's not an additive; it's a treatment. It changes the way that the fuel reacts, and actually lowers the temperature of the burn temperature for fuel by about 40 degrees, which means we're going to burn more of the available fuel. And I'll get into that a little bit more in just a second. For people that are wondering, it does not change fuel specifications, okay? Which means it will not affect warranties. I get that question all the time, is how will it affect my warranty? Am I going to have trouble with when I go back to my dealer or whatever? Absolutely not. It does not affect warranties. It does not change the fuel specification, okay? So that's important to know. The next thing people are going to ask quite often is, well, what happens if it damages my engine? Okay, well, number one, this product in one form or another has been out for over 25 years. And in that 25 years, there's never been one instance of somebody needing to claim because our product hurt their engine. But if there ever comes a point when that is the case, we have a multi-million-dollar insurance policy against just that, and we would be able to cover it. But again, in 25 years of this product being around, there has never been a claim, ever. So I can confidently tell you that we do not harm engines. But if we ever do, we certainly have a way to rectify it. Okay. Next, this here kind of gives you a little bit more information on the product. It's an all-in-one solution. Okay, it does a lot of things, and you know, I mentioned the four that you see here earlier, but it also does some other things that I'm going to explain as we go through. But basically, what it does is it makes fuel more efficient. Okay, so that there's less fuel wasted. Okay, and by using FFX, dangerous byproducts like particulates, carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons do not form and turn into emissions, which can harm our planet. Okay, a couple of things I want to say about that. When people ask me, what are we going to get out of this? Okay, in the United States, we usually save, as far as fuel economy, between 7 and 20%. Okay, in Africa, and I'll be honest with you, African fuel doesn't have quite the amount of additives in the beginning that ours does right at the fuel tank, but it also is usually a lesser quality fuel. Because of that, we're seeing increases in fuel economy of anywhere from 15 to 35%, with some people talking about even higher. But I'm not gonna promise any higher. 15 to 35%. I would rather under promise and over deliver. Okay, so again, that's one thing. Another thing you want to keep in mind is our product allows you to use regular fuel in vehicles that say they require high test fuel, or they're looking for, in Africa, I know a lot of people use V-Power. You no longer have to do that. You can use regular fuel with our additive, and in any of your high performance vehicles, you'll get the same performance. You're actually going to save 50-60 cents per gallon by going to the regular versus the more high test fuel. and you're going to get better efficiency too. So you're going to save money twice. Okay, you're going to save it on being able to use cheaper fuel, and then you're going to be saving money because it's going to give you better efficiency. Let me take a moment here to talk about the way an internal combustion engine works and why this works. Okay, most people understand that a gasoline internal combustion engine, how it works is you basically have a gasoline or petrol that's sprayed into a piston, okay, and then a spark plug sparks and causes that oil that gasoline to explode. Basically, is what it's doing. It's causing an explosion inside of that piston. Well, that's what pushes the piston. That's what gives you the power in the engine and allows you to go down the road. Well, if we have lowered the burn rate by 40 degrees, what happens is when the spark plug sparks, it burns more of the available fuel. And what happens if more of the available fuel is being burnt? Number one, it's a bigger explosion, which is going to do one of two things. It's either going to give you more power, meaning you'll be going faster, or if you let off on the gas and go to the speed that you want to go at, it means you're going to go further on that one explosion. Okay. It also means if you're burning more of the available fuel, there is less fuel being pushed out the tailpipe as black smoke. When you see black smoke coming out of the tailpipe, all that is unburnt fuel. And now it's basically pollution, and it's harming our environment. So if we're able to burn more of the available fuel, we are reducing the emissions by about a third. So that's why we say we're so environmentally friendly. As you can see here, we use our product in basically any vehicle that burns carbon-based fuel: cars, motorcycles, boats, ATVs, trucks, generators, heavy equipment, RVs, 18-wheelers, you name it. If it burns fossil fuels, we can use our product in it. I want to point out the generators. The generators that you see here, I know there's a lot of generators in Africa, and sometimes they are used a lot, and sometimes they sit for a while. Well, when you have a motor like a generator sitting for a long period of time, fuel can separate, okay? And if it separates, what's going to happen is when that generator starts up, it's going to run for a while, and then it's going to that separated fuel is going to come into the system. It's going to plug the fuel filter, and the system's going to shut down. Well, you never have to worry about that with FFX, because one of the things that we do is stabilize fuel. So the fuel will continue to stay in the form it should be in. And if you have a generator that's been sitting around for several years, you need to start it up. It's going to start up, it's going to run, it's going to continue to run. You're not going to have to worry about it. So that's just an additional side about what our product does. Here shows our FFX compared to what it would take to do the same thing that our product does. We went to a parts store and we bought everything we need to do what Fuel Factor X does. And what did we find? We found that we had to have all that stuff in that inset pitcher. Okay, it would be almost a gallon of product you'd have to put in your tank every single time, and it would cost you about $70 US, as opposed to doing what our product will do for about $5. You know, this is kind of like, you know, if you own an ATM, if you ever been to an ATM and taken money out, this would be like every time you put $5 into an ATM machine, it gave you back 20, or gave you back 25, or gave you back 30. That's what this product does. So every time you use it, it's going to save you more money than it costs you to buy it. Let me see here. The next thing I want to talk about here is just everything that it really does. Okay. One of the products that's in it is called an organometallic compound, and that's what causes basically us to ignite the fuel at a lower temperature and allows us to get better fuel efficiency. But that's not all this product does. We also have lubricants, so we reduce friction in pistons, pumps, and injectors. Has detergents, which cleans and maintains injectors and the rest of the fuel system. Polymerization retardants, it reduces solids that form in the fuel tank and keep the engine clean. Rust and corrosion inhibitors that remove and prevent rust from the fuel system. We have demulsifiers, which help separate water from fuel. A single drop of water in a diesel engine can destroy an injector. Okay, so it's so important not to have water in your fuel. So what our product does, it encapsulates the water, drops it to the bottom of the tank where it can't be used, and it protects you from any moisture problem. And then we have, as I said earlier, a fuel stabilizer. It stabilizes fuel so it keeps from breaking down or deteriorating. That is what it does. Here is a graph that shows you kind of what you would experience over filling your tank over the first 7 tankfuls. Okay, we call it the 7 tank challenge. And I want to switch to the next one so it explains a little better. If you see the first one, the blue line is what happens to about a third of all the vehicles that use our product. You start using it, and instantly you see a savings in your fuel economy. You start seeing that you're going further on a full tank of gas. You're noticing that the vehicle's running better, smoother, and you just notice it right off the bat. Then there's the second one. If you look at the green line starts out kind of slow and then takes off. What that means is basically there was probably a little bit of a carbon buildup or something in the engine, and while it was cleaning that out, it was pushing that through the softened carbon stuff through the engine, and while it was doing that, it made the engine work a little harder. And so for a while it stayed. You didn't see a difference, and then once everything is cleaned out, bang, it went up and gave you this fuel savings. The pink line is actually what happened to my truck when I first tried it. I own a tire and automotive center, but I am always the last person to get work done because our shop is so busy. So I had a Toyota Tundra with about 140,000 miles on it, and I'm sure it was pretty dirty inside there. So we started using the product, and I actually lost fuel efficiency. I was getting worse fuel economy for the first about 3 tankfuls. And I was wondering, okay, what's going on here? Well, what eventually happened was it did clean out my engine, made my engine run more efficiently. And once that happened, by the time we got to the 5th or 6th tank, I was getting great fuel economy. In fact, I went from 16.0 miles per gallon to 19.2, which amazingly turns out to be exactly 20% savings. So I was blown away by that. And then the last one, you see the gold line. The gold line happens quite a lot too. That is, there's a little bit of carbon buildup and varnish buildup in the engine, but the vehicle takes a little while to start cleaning that out. So you start getting good fuel efficiency, and then as the product softens the carbon, softens the varnish, and starts cleaning it off the pistons and the rest of the engine, it makes it start to work a little harder. And so you gained efficiency, then you lost some efficiency, and then once it's all cleaned out, again, it took off. And you can see from the graph, all 4 of them eventually end up saving you money, okay? But each vehicle is different, and so we wanted to make sure you saw that and saw what can happen. So, having told you all that, I always read the next part because I want to make sure I don't leave anything out. But there's 9 things that you get to take advantage of with our product, okay? Number 1, it increases fuel economy. In the United States, 7 to 20%. In Africa, 15 to 35%. Prolongs engine life and reduces engine wear. It improves vehicle performance and horsepower. It reduces harmful emissions and pollutants by about a third. It's a fuel stabilizer, so it prolongs the life of stored fuel. It's a demulsifier. It helps separate water from fuel. You can replace premium fuel with regular fuel with no change in performance, fuel economy, or engine wear. It can be used in both gas and diesel fueled engines, or basically any carbon-based fuel, okay? Kerosene, paraffin, you name it, we can use it. And the last thing, it's highly concentrated, okay? 8 mLs of our product, it comes in a foil pack or it comes in a bottle, but 8 mLs of our product will treat 76 liters, okay? So again, it's very highly concentrated. There's no fillers in this. It is what we have is nothing but concentrated, superior product, which means it takes very little of it to treat the tank. So basically, FFX can save you money on fuel. It can increase the life of your vehicle, and it can help you live on a greener, healthier planet. I don't see any problems with any of that. And if you decide to become a business partner with us, it could make you wealthy. It could make you income to the degree you want. Whether you want a few extra dollars a month, you want to maybe a few $100s a month, or you want to change the life and the legacy of yourself and your family for generations to come. That's all available to you depending on how much you want to put into it. So now I'm going to turn the discussion over to Chris Bailey. You're in for a treat. Chris is incredible at this business. He has been in, I believe, 4 different network marketing businesses. He's excelled at all of them. He always floats to the top. And the reason he does is because he's excellent at developing leaders. So if you get under his flag and you're working with us, you know you're going to have somebody that's going to help you maximize your ability, no matter what that is. You just got to show us some effort, and he'll show you the way. So without further ado, Chris, are you on the call?
Yes, sir, Dale. Thanks so much for that wonderful introduction, and thanks so much for that incredible information. So glad to be in business with you, because Dale is, as you guys can see, an absolute expert at the product, but also an expert in the automotive industry, which gives him tons of credibility. And then more importantly for us, he's also an expert at building this business globally, has teams all over the world, and just once again, an all around amazing guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to shift gears. I'd like to welcome everybody once again. I'm going to go over the opportunity part of the presentation, which is my most exciting part, because I'm not a fuel expert. As a matter of fact, I know so little about the fuel treatment per se that all I know is I put it in my tank and it works. So you don't have to be a fuel expert. You don't have to know all the ins and outs about the product. You just need to use it and be able to share your story and testimonial about how amazing it works for you. And I'll tell you what, you use that stuff, it'll be blow your mind. So I've been using it for over 15 years now. And it's by far the best product I've ever come across in my life. All right. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. So let me just share a little bit more information about me. Dale talked about, we met years ago with the fuel treatment under another name. And that's where I kind of earned my keep in the industry. As he said, I've been with multiple companies. I've either hit the top or close to the top of most of them. And, have had teams all over the world in different businesses. And I'll tell you guys, in my honest, humble opinion, my daily choice is the best opportunity that I've ever seen. And I'm speaking from experience, not just saying it because I'm in the company. And I'll tell you, I've been with some of the biggest, baddest companies on the planet. I was with the company that hit 100 million faster than any other home-based business on the planet. I also was with the top travel business in the world, pulling in over $1 billion a year. And I'll tell you this by far is the best company that I've been a part of. So hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Take great notes if you're a guest. We will open up. If a guest has questions at the end, you'll be able to unmute and ask, or either type them in the chat. So we'll be able to support you in that effort. All right. So let's get right into it. Again, our company's name is My Daily Choice. Now, I just want to give you guys a complete vision of what we're doing. Okay. Dale mentioned that years ago, we had this fuel treatment under another name. In that company, that was the only single product that we had. It was a startup company, so they didn't have the knowledge and skills like this company does. They didn't pay out as much as this company. So I want you guys to understand what we're doing, okay? Now, it took me about 2 years to hit the top of that company and draw these massive crowds all throughout Africa. As you can see, this is Lagos, Nigeria. That's the same facility. That's me. That's the co-founder of that company. This was in Port Harcourt as well. This was actually in Cameroon, and we had 3 meetings that day, and every single one of them were packed like this. That's another part of Cameroon. Once again, multiple meetings, insane sized crowds. We just really have a really good time, helping people all over the world build their business. And again, this company is much better. So we're expecting to have way better results than we had with that company. It just takes a little time. And right now, we're just a few months in that we've had the product. So we're super excited. So you're basically in on a ground floor opportunity. Okay. And, I don't need to go into it, but I'm going to go into it really quickly. Everybody in the world uses fuel. Nobody's happy on this planet what they spend in fuel. And I don't care how much money you have. All right. We all have something to have combustible engines, whether it's a generator, a car, a truck, or RV, or a boat, whatever it is. So this product works for everybody. And the best part that I love is we have very little to no competition whatsoever. All right. So when I tell you guys we're in a great place at a great time with a great company, it does not get any better than this. Okay. Now, this is one of the reasons why I joined the company a little over 3 years ago. I pulled this information from a public website called businessforhome.org, and it tracks all the incomes of top earners in our industry all over the world. Now, what I did was I pulled out what people in My Daily Choice make, and guys, it was mind-blowing. All right. Now, here's the funniest part about this. There's a lot of people in the company who wants to keep their income private that could also be on this list. Okay. So I can't even imagine how many more people want to keep their income private that will be on this list as well. And one of the things that really stood out to me, as you can see, it shows the estimated monthly earnings of people in this company. So as you can see, we have the top earning female in the history of home-based businesses with this company. Now, this was 3.5 years ago, okay? So, guys, when I tell you the company was so small at that time, all right, and it's still small today, but, and you know, of course, it's grown dramatically from that time. But when I look at this, this is what I see, okay? As a person that has studied compensation plans and been with some of the top companies in the world, this tells me that people in this company make more money for the smaller size team than any other company in the home-based business space. All right. So this is mind-blowing income. So I want you to understand what the possibilities are before we get dive deep into it. Now, I do want to, just make mention, this is our income disclosure statement, and it flat out just says the money is not guaranteed. The best way I explain it is if you come in, you do nothing, you make nothing. You do a little bit, you make a little bit. But if you want to make life-changing, serious income, man, there are people who make more in a month in this company than people make in a year in corporate America, okay? So the possibilities are here for you. It's all a decision that you need to make if you want to go for it or not. Now, co-founders are Josh and Jenna Zawagel. I remember when Josh Zawagel and I, we're good friends and we go back, myself, Dale Franklin, Phil Reynolds, Vegas Gall, Shuri, Henry, you name it. We got, Chris Robinson. All of us were with that fuel treatment business years ago. And when we all decided to leave, I remember when Josh was like, Chris, I'm going to start my own company. Man, it has paid off. The company launched in 2014. In 2017, they become the world's #1 fastest growing home-based business on the planet. Not number 2, not number 3, number 1. And we're talking about tens of thousands of companies all over the world. And to have that kind of momentum and building is just absolutely incredible to me. All right. Now, there are so many great things about this company that's not even in this presentation that is mind blowing, and the reason why I decided to make home here. All right. So our company has continued to experience a phenomenal growth. We did over $450 million in sales, over 800,000 customers, and over 300,000 affiliates. And ladies and gentlemen, we're growing so fast right now that it couldn't be a better time to get with My Daily Choice. All right, so as I showed you, people in our company are out earning people in other companies all over the world. And one of the main reasons is our company pays out 85% of the business volume back to the field. I want you to understand how important this is. Most companies pay out between 40 and 50%, with the average being about 45%. So when you do the numbers, our company basically pays out double on average of what the industry pays out. That's why we have so many people, top earners in the world, in a relatively small company. All right. I don't know about you, but that really, really excites me. All right. Now, we get paid 8 different ways. We just added a new way. You might have heard the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Well, I say we have 8 rivers of income with My Daily Choice. Now, we get paid every single week. This is really hot. Let's say, for example, that you're smart enough to get started today and go immediately to work. right? And you go out today and you talk to, you know, 1 or 2 people and they join our company, you're going to get paid next week from that. How cool is that? Right? So you can get paid very, very fast with this company. And once again, it's very lucrative. Now, we have videos that show exactly how this all comes together, but I just want to tell you that facts tell, but stories sell. My favorite story is telling people, you know, that when I'm getting that phone call and they're saying, hey, Chris, I don't know how I made all this money. Can you explain it to me? All right. That's a really good, fun phone call to get. All right. So we have what we call customer acquisition bonuses. We have jumpstart bonuses. We have binary commissions. Now, you may not understand what binary commissions is, but we build on what we call a 2-team system. Okay. And all the new companies are using the binary system because it's the most, it's very lucrative and there's very low limits on it. All right. So you can earn a whole heck of a lot of money. And what's really cool is your positioning is very important with this. So getting started sooner than later could really make you a lot more money. Then we have what we call leadership check matching. This is really cool because one of the saddest stories that I hear in this industry is when people say, oh man, I signed up in this company, but nobody helped me. All right. One of our biggest ways to get paid as a leader in My Daily Choice is by helping other people become successful. Okay. So corporate cuts all the leaders a check based on how much money we help you make. So guess what? Leaders want to help you make a whole heck of a lot of money. All right, then we have one-time rank bonuses that start at $100, which so many people on this call have already earned, and goes all the way to $500,000. And these are one-time bonuses. Now, what's really cool is after you get that one-time bonus, the very next month, the company's going to start giving you a monthly bonus. All right. Now, what you do with this extra bonus is all on you. All right. You can use it for travel. You can use it for holidays, vacations. You can use it to help build your business, to do incentives for your team, anything that you want. But they continue to give that based on the rank that you hold every month. Now, one of my favorite ways is we have this thing called the global bonus pool. And what I like about this is it helps everybody you know, to be able to earn extra cash by doing what you're going to do anyway. Now, most companies that I've been with, in order to qualify for a bonus pool, you had to be some high-ranked person, you know, at the top of the company or close to it. Where this company, you can start today and sign up 4 new customers or business partners, or a combination of maybe 2 customers, 2 business partners, as long as it's 4, and you'll get 1 share of the bonus pool. All right. And here's the cool thing. You could do that every single month. All right. And that's actually what we train. We train people to do that every single month. So you're getting a share of the company's bonus pool. Now, for every 4, you get 1 share. So if you get 8 in a calendar month, you'll get 2 shares. If you get 12, 3 shares. Now, there are super salespeople in our company, and they're getting unlimited shares every single month. So again, you know, the compensation is just absolutely amazing. We've added an 8th way we get paid. It's based on your whole team customers. So the company is really getting laser focused in on getting customers, and they're rewarding us, right? They made this compensation so beautiful. Every time you get customers that order from your website, you're going to make a lot of money, all right? Okay, now, another thing that separates our company from other companies is the cutting edge technology. Now, I've been with a lot of companies, like I said, and some of the biggest companies in the world, and none of them had this. None of them, okay? Usually, we pay, you know, $25, $50 a month for a website, and that's all you got, all right? Well, here, you're getting replicated websites, capture. It's a complete marketing system. Marketing systems usually cost thousands of dollars. Now, what we're fortunate is our CEO, Josh Wagle, he builds these marketing systems and sells them to companies, okay? Guess what we do? We get it completely free. So we don't have to pay anything. You get a mobile app, you get a virtual office. You can do this business from anywhere in the world with just a smartphone, okay? Now, here's the best part about it. It's 100% free. 100% free. Again, you usually got to spend thousands of dollars and pay high monthly fees for a marketing system and a website. And we're getting both completely free. So guys, Absolutely incredible. Now, this is another thing. I mentioned that, I made a long list of reasons that this company or things that this company does that's better than other companies. And this is another one. All right. Every company I've been in, you start at the bottom level and you got to work your way up. Well, today you can start off at the executive level, which is the 4th level promotion in the company at startup. Okay. Because obviously the higher level you are, the more money that's available to you for the same amount of work. Okay. And trust what I'm telling you. If you are in this business to make money, you must be an executive. All right. Now, we know money is tight sometimes, and you might have to get in where you fit in. You can start off at the builder, and then you can just upgrade throughout the month to the executive level. All right. Now, how do you become executive? You have to have 90 personal points every single month. And you do that by just purchasing a pack of the fuel treatment. All right. So you just get a pack, you take what you need for yourself, and then you take the rest to build your business with, whether you sell it or give it away, that's all your choice. But here's the cool thing. You can come in and get the executive pack, take what you need. So you're using some, you can sell the rest and make a profit. Okay, just from your startup package. All right, I've never been with a company where you could do that. Okay, and the other part I love about this company, there is no registration fee at all. You just purchase the product that you're excited about. In this case, we're talking about the Fuel Factor X, and you just use it and use the rest to build your business with, and voila. Okay, all right. Now, I'd like to share this picture with you because I think it's a very impactful picture. When I first joined the company, my very first convention I went to, so this is a pretty old picture, okay? This was a 7-figure earners of this company, people that have made over $1 million at that time. This was only 3.5 to 4.5 years of this company being in existence, okay? So the one thing I do know is there's unlimited space on that stage, okay? So we're looking for people that are serious about making life-changing income, people that want to make a difference in their family for generations to come. The great thing I love about this business as well is it's willable. Okay, so if something happens to you, your family will continue to get the earnings that you work so hard for. Unlike a job, they won't do that. All right. So guys, this is absolutely amazing. And the last slide I want to finish with is the future belongs to those who see the possibilities before they become obvious, right? It's not the people that once, we get in and we have those rooms packed and full, they can make some really great money, but it's the pioneers, the people that get in at the very beginning that sees the vision and then they run with it. All right. And that's exactly where we sit today. So you're in a very unique position right now that you can get started with us, and we all build this thing together. As I said before, it took me about 2 years to hit the top of that last company where we did the fuel treatment, and we're about 6 months in with the product right now. So ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing. All right. So what I'm going to do now is if you are a guest and you have any questions whatsoever, you can type it in the chat line, or you can unmute yourself and be able to ask your question. We have not only myself and Dale Franklin, but we have other leaders in other markets that are on here that can assist with any questions that you have. Now, let me make clear that this time is only for guests. If you are already an affiliate, you can contact your leadership. We have chat lines you can ask questions on. We can answer them for you. But we want to make sure today is special for the guests because they are VIP stars, and we want them to feel very welcome, which they are, to be a guest with us today. Okay. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to type it in the chat or unmute. Now, while we wait for that, okay, let me just share a couple of things with you all. All right. Okay. I think I have someone. Okay. If you have a question, please just unmute or type it in the chat.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. Everybody, how are you? I'm so happy being here with you guys. This is my first time here. I'm really super excited. I'm Cash, by the way. That's my business name. I'm from Nigeria. and somebody has been following me up on this, and today I decided to join the Zoom, and I'm really super excited. An observation, I would need the management to look into the Zoom link. I invited 10 people to this Zoom call today. Only one person was able to come in. It took us time to be able to join the Zoom. I don't know why. It was not easy. So I don't know. You guys have to like look into it so that people can easily join the Zoom call. Okay. Now, the question I have is about, somebody asked me that question today, because if I'm in a business or I'm considering joining a business, as I'm considering, I'm also calling my team members. I'm already, fantasizing, I'm already building my team. So I called a group of my friends today, and the question one of them asked me was about upgrade. Is there room for upgrade if somebody comes on board with I don't know the list pack now.
Builder pack.
Yeah, if somebody comes on board with builder, can the person explain the upgrade process for me? Is the person going to augment the money to upgrade, or going to buy a fresh package? Every company with their policies and marketing plans. So let me understand the upgrade process. Okay. Thank you very much. The presentation was nice. It was a top-notch presentation. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. First, I want to tell you how much I love your name, Cash. Hopefully, we'll change your name to Lots of Cash.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that.
Awesome. Well, welcome to our team and to our family. We're super excited to have you aboard. So let me answer your question. That's a really easy answer. So what you do is you come in, like I said, you do wherever you can to get in. So if they came in at, builder or director or something like that, what they have to do is just purchase product before the month is over. Okay. That will make them have 90 BV. So if they come in at 40, let's say 40 BV, and they're a builder, they just need to purchase the difference. They don't have to purchase the whole thing. Okay.
That's good.
So if they get 40 points now, they just got to get 50 points before the month is out, and that will make them executive.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And the other option, just so you know, is if they came in at, let's say, builder this month, after the first of next month, they can just purchase 90 BV, and that will make them an executive.
Okay.
Now, I recommend that they do it this month, if they do 40 or 50 now and just do the difference. And the reason why is because when you get paid every single week, it's based on, what level you're at. So even if they say, I'll wait till next month, well, what's going to happen is if they start building, even if it's next month, but before they actually get the executive pack, they're going to be paid at the lower rank.
Okay.
Okay. So I hope that answers your questions. And if you ever have questions about it, you can feel free to make sure you're in the WhatsApp chats, and, we'll answer all your questions, and your leaders there probably know that answer as well.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks.
Great question, by the way. All right. Any other questions? Thanks for the thumbs up, Ola. All right. Good to see you on as always. Hey, so I want to finish by just making a couple of remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, a couple of months ago, we probably had about 12 people on this Zoom, and you see, and it's growing. And we're going to continue to grow. I mean, 6 months to a year from now, it's going to be over 100 people, and it's going to grow. We're in a very unique position right now where you guys are entrepreneurs. And I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Okay. Just continue to invite, and continue to share the product with people. And I'm telling you, and I'm speaking from experience, this works. Okay. We will provide you with training and all the support you need to become a hero in this company. You just got to put in the work. All right. And, I do want to finish with giving you guys the vision that this product will be a household name in whatever country you're in. All right. Imagine if you are one of the first people in your country to get involved in those pictures I showed you, whether you brought them in or somebody else brought them in, but because you were the pioneer, all those people, because make no mistake about it, when I showed you those pictures in the beginning, they were all under somebody. All right. And it was a pioneer like you that got started in the very beginning that shared this with people. And, you know, a few superstars wound up joining. Cash sounds like she's a superstar. So whoever brought her in, you know, that I'm
one. Yeah, Mr. Akin, he knows I'm one. Don't worry.
Right.
In the next few months, you will see the tsunami.
Exactly. So, you know, you guys are going to be partners in this and building that tsunami together. All right. And that's what it takes, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to encourage everyone on here to talk to people that are super successful, that are people that are go-getters, and somehow get them on the Zoom next week. And let's rock it and let's make it happen. Also, if anyone needs a special one-on-one Zoom, in other words, if you want to invite, you know, a bunch of people to one and it's just for you, contact your leadership and whoever your upline is, whether it's myself, Dale, or, you know, Vegas or Nathan or whoever it is, we can make sure we provide you with all the support you need. All right. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Love you all. I can't wait to meet everybody in person. Super excited about what we're doing here and the lives that we're going to change, including yours. So just go out there, get laser focused on helping people change their lives, and yours will be changed by default. All right. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody and wish you all a happy weekend. And I'll see you back here next Thursday, same time, same place.